What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a sharpening on a brand new steel that's just hitting the market called MagnaMax. I'm sure you guys have heard it. If you're familiar with knife steels at all, you can see here at the very beginning was the factory edge I've used for a couple of days and just kind of had some blunting on it, and it just wasn't a good edge anymore. Here at the start, we're going to mark the bevel with Sharpie, check and make sure that we're hitting the bevel completely on the top and the bottom. I'm checking down here at the heel and the tip of the edge to make sure that we're matching the factory bevel as close as possible. Gonna do that on both sides just to see if there's any variations between the two. Normally is from a factory edge. I did find that this factory bevel was like 23 degrees per side, I believe. So I just went ahead and I dropped it to 20 degrees per side, each side. 23 is just a little bit much, and honestly, here in subsequent sharpenings, I'm probably going to drop it a little bit more still. Just using a 200 grit diamond plate here for the coarse sharpening and reprofiling. All in all, that took me about 30 minutes or so to get that thing into shape at 20 degrees per side. Now I'm jumping up into the resin bonded stones. We lose some sound here because I was playing TV show on the TV, and I forgot that I was recording, honestly. But starting with the 240 grit of the Venev OCB stones, it does remove metal fast, but yeah, just kind of jumping up to the next grit here. We're gonna take this thing all the way to a mirror polish. I'm checking to make sure that we're forming a burr completely along the edge with the flashlight there, just shining it down on the back side of the edge. Is really easy to see a burr with it. Jumping up here to the 400 grit stone. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen with that all the way until the scratch marks from the 240 are gone. Really doesn't take long with these Venev stones. Doing the same thing on the other side here. Just making sure that whole scratch pattern's been removed from the previous stone. Checking again for the burr, just making sure that we're flipping the burr back and forth and that the angles are correct, because the stone thickness is actually a little bit different than the diamond plate that we started with. So just verifying that we're at the correct angle there. From there we're going to jump up to the 800 grit, which is a 5 to 7 micron stone. And just going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to sharpen until that previous scratch pattern is all gone. Really doesn't take long with how aggressive these stones are. And here I'm just going back and forth, just kind of lining up the scratch pattern to what I want. When I finish it, I like the scratches kind of running from tip to heel. That way they kind of line up a little bit better for drawing type cuts. A little bit more aggressive that way. Again, checking to make sure that we're flipping the burr back and forth, and it's almost non-existent at this point. And now we're jumping up to that 1200 grit, which is a 2 to 3 micron stone, I believe. Super fine. It basically just makes the edge almost a mirror polish just by itself. I was really curious to see how MagnaMax was going to come up. It's a brand new steel. Really nobody has it on the market yet. This is the ProTech Scapegoat Compact. I think it was the first knife out there, first production knife out there in MagnaMax, and I had to snag one just to give the steel a shot. I hear that they're running it at 63 to 65 from some of the SHOT Show videos, so should be a pretty solid hardness. Here I'm just removing that burr. We're going to do a few strokes per side and just keep flipping back and forth, just really light pressure. That's that edge after it was done on the stones. Just completely burr free, pretty darn sharp. But we're going to go ahead and run it through some strops too. I ran it through 4 micron, 1 micron, half micron and quarter micron stroppy stuff, which is mono diamond emulsions, I believe. And then I went ahead and put it on the best tester here. And honestly, I wasn't really thrilled with the result. I think it averaged out to like 180, which honestly is pretty high. I'm not totally sure what I wouldn't say went wrong with the sharpening, but it didn't come up quite as keen as I would like. Some steels are just a little odd like that, but I think something went wrong in the sharpening. I think this has more potential in it. I'll have to revisit it in subsequent sharpenings. But obviously, very crispy edge, still cuts through the paper super clean. Even in this phone book paper here, really doesn't catch at all. Can go through it nice and slow. But I'm excited to see how this stuff pans out, get some use on it, and then maybe a cut test here in the future.